So the topic which you're going to discuss now is your SAC hierarchy data access control. So this is hierarchy DAC is applied at dimensional data access control. And previously we applied DAC on individual members, right? Now in this session, we'll be seeing how to apply DAC control, data access control on hierarchy nodes, right? So whenever you apply permissions on hierarchy nodes, automatically the child nodes or its members will get the same rights, right? So like inheriting the rights from the parent to the child nodes there. So we'll do a scenario for that, right? So let's go back. So within my uh, models, let's go to DAC model, which you used in the previous session. And from here, I don't want the data, previous data, I'll try to delete it. Actual and planned data. Secondly, I'll go for model settings within the access. Let's remove model data privacy. Then DAC also, I'm just removing it from here. Let's keep it simple. Now, save it. Currently, no model DAC and dimension DAC, right? Okay. So the product master data before what we had less values there. So now we'll try to assign a little more values. So for that, I'll provide a file to you and you can update and do that exercise. So this is a Excel file. In this, we have products from P100 to P122. And these are the nodes, right? These are the hierarchy nodes. So what we'll do is we'll try to copy these values from P100 to row number 29. Just copy this and paste it. Done. Next, go to the description and copy the text for this. Okay. Then we need to copy the hierarchy. So copy the values of the hierarchy. Now here I need to create a hierarchy. So come down and go to create hierarchy. It's a parent and child hierarchy. And keep the name as H1, hierarchy 1. And click on create. Once done, now go to your P100 and paste it. Fine. Once done, now save it. Now, if you want to see the hierarchy structure, click on hierarchy management. And we see that H1 electronics. This is a consolidated electronics. All electronic items will come under this node. This is a root node. Under this, we have computers. These are your computer items. Then TV and mobiles and cameras. There are under this, we have 4 nodes, right? Okay, that's fine. Now save it, close it. I'm going to enable data access control here, right? So for the time being, I will not enable it. Just we'll make it as a normal so that we want to see the whole data. Let's save it. Now go back. Now I'll try to create a new input form. Go to story, go to canvas. Remove the data option. Now take the table and drag and drop here. Once done, go to the measure, select the value, then add dimension. So we'll take now product. I want to display the product dimension here. Then just come down to filter. So version is actual. Then measure is value, fine. Then add filter. Add filter. Within this, we'll take the date for 1 year. Select 2026. Then version will take, say, if you want to take plan values, then you can take planning values is fine. Actual or plan anything is okay for me. Then within your columns, if you want to display the version, so I'm going to display there. Next step, go to the product and click on show unbooked data. And go to your measures, make it as show unbooked data. Then just scroll down. What we'll do is go to your product. So select your hierarchy. We have only one hierarchy. Fine. So that is okay. Next, go to drill down level. So I'll try to go for drill down level 2. So under electronics consolidated, we have 4 child nodes. Under this, we have members, which are computer products. Okay, these are all the members, and this is a node, and again, this is a node, right? Fine. Once it is done, let me see if we can enter some values in this. It is input enabled. I'll try to save this. I'll try to save this as DAC underscore or hierarchy DAC, HIER hierarchy underscore DAC underscore input form. Save it under public and go to E2Tech project and save. The input form is saved. Now we'll try to assign some values to your nodes. Say I have, how many values are there in this? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let me put 5,000. So that 1,000, 1,000 is being distributed to every node. Okay. So this one, I will try to close it. TV products, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll put here as 8,000. Then go to mobile products, 6. There are 6, 7 products. So I'll put as 7,000. And cameras, 1, 2, 3, 3,000. So for better formatting, let me go to the builder, go to styling. Within this, let's go to wrap, and this one also I'll wrap it. Okay. Now we are seeing some default values to this. Now I'll try to save this and publish the data. Okay. So we'll try to take the data for 2 nodes. So go to freeze your dimension header rows. So now if you scroll, your header will be constant and you can scroll down easily. Okay. So one is your, I'll try to make a little longer and saying copying these values to this one here. Okay, in this I'll try to explain you. So now what we'll do is we have one parent node that is electronics consolidated. This is one node, right? This is a total parent node. We can say this is your root node. Under this, we have all computer products, right? Which is 5,000. So if I try to give the read access for this, then automatically this particular permission will be applied to all these nodes here, right? So all this permission will be inherited to all your computer ones. From here to here, you'll have read access. Okay. So that is a default rule. Or vice versa to that is if you are going to apply the read access to individual values. Say, for example, if you have this one as read access and this also as read access, individually you're trying to apply the read access to individual members, then automatically your all computers also will have read access to that. You'll be able to see the top node value as 5,000. Okay. Now, when you come to the second node, we're not going to apply the privilege at the top node. Say, for example, if I'm going to apply this at, say, for example, Bravia process mini LED, I'm going to apply a read privilege to this and read privilege to this. You apply read access to this 2 members. So then you'll get read access for your top node also, that is RTP products here. So whenever you apply DAC control now, then what happens to the nodes which has got read or write access, only that nodes and members will be displayed. Now, once you give the read access to this one, then what will happen? Even your top node also will have the read access here. So then what will happen is while displaying the data, it will aggregate these values and show us 5,000 here. Okay. Now coming to this node, there are only 2 members which has got read access. So 1,000 plus 1,000, 2,000. So at this node level, we have 2,000 as a value. And in the top node, we'll be seeing this as 7,000. Okay. So now let's do this practically. Now currently DAC is not applied on your dimension. So we are able to see all the values, right? At the node values, we are able to see this, and the total electronics consolidated is 23,000. So I'll open one more session. Let's go to modeler, open DSC model. Let's go to our product, edit. Now, in order to control the hierarchy structure with your DAC, so let's go to rights and access and enable that access control. We have read and write. Yes. So now what we want to do is we want to apply the control, right? So we want to give a read access to all computer products. So all computer products is this one, that is your computer's node. At this level, I'm going to give a read access to user one. Just enter, that's fine. And so once you give this read access to this node, automatically these members will have the read access. Okay. Next, I want to give for Bravia. So under the all TV products, we have these two things, two TV nodes here. That is Bravia 7X and high dynamic range. So within the TV, so this is your Bravia and this is your high dynamic range TVs here. That is P105 and 106. So for this, I'm giving a read access as user one. And for this, I'll give it as user one. Only two nodes I'm trying to give the read access. Okay. Now let's save it. Go to the report now. So within the report, I need to go to files, go to public, E2Tech project, hierarchy DAC input form. Now what you'll do is right click on the product, hierarchy level 3. Now if you see here, so we given read permission to all computer products, right? So only this node we are given. So the values of the members, whichever it has got, so 1000 for each item, for 5 items, it has got aggregated to 5000 here. Even though we are not given individual access to these members, we are able to see the values here. Second, we are not applied to the node level for TV products, but only to P105 and 106, right? So these two members aggregated because automatically the permissions will be applied to your parent node, right? So 2000 is being applied here. Now these are all values you will not be able to see the data as well as aggregate the data. Once it is done, 2000 plus 5000, now you got 7000 here. So this is your fund of your hierarchy DAC concept. Okay. Now there is one more option within the dimension DAC for hierarchy, that is hide parents. That is hide parents. And when we enable the hide parent option, then what happens? We have applied this to this one, right? So read access we have given to your all computer products. Then after that, so then automatically the read access will be given to all these nodes. Okay, they will all have the read permission. Then after that, we have given this read permission to this one here. Okay, so we are able to see this. And this is Bravia, right? And one more is this one. So a small interchange, fine. Okay, so only the nodes which has got read access, only that will be displayed, and remaining will not be able to see the data. Fine. Now we apply permission to only this node, right? Above this, there is a node which has got no authorization, right? Then this will be hidden. Okay, this parent to this will be hidden. Okay, now we are giving individual rights to this one only, but we don't want to apply your roll-up permissions to your TV products. Then this parent will not be displayed here. So the nodes which has got DAC rights, only that particular nodes will be displayed, and only the members which has got actual permissions will be displayed there. Now we can see that all computers, this node which we have the permissions, node permissions applied. So the below members are also having the read access, and this one and this one, right? So these two members are having the read access. So remaining nodes or members will not be accessed. Okay. So this is a fund of your hide parents. All right. So if I don't apply hide parents and save it, just refresh, then you should get two nodes, total three nodes, right? So 1, 2, 3 nodes for this, and the data getting aggregated for that one. Okay. So if you don't want to display these values which are applying, then let's go to your builder. And because normally we should not have this, unbooked values. So remove this. Okay. And measures also, you can remove this. Only booked values, we want to see that. Now it's clear. Electronics consolidated, we are able to see it. Under this, the products will be displayed, members will be displayed, and under all products, you will be able to see these two members here. Okay. In scenario 2, so we have an entity called locations. Within the locations, we have two hierarchies. One is markets hierarchy and another is offices hierarchy. Okay. So within the markets hierarchy, there is a read access, which is given at the global level. Okay. So at the global level, we are given only to this node. Then what will happen? The read permission will apply to A and Z as well as this, right? And as it is at the global level, it will be applying to NA also, as well as these two also. We have read permission for this, read permission for this, and read. Under this global, it has got it. So global and not in hierarchy are at the same level. So this will not have any read access. Fine. So whenever you apply DAC, when DAC is enabled, then only these nodes will be displayed and these nodes will not be displayed. Fine. So this has got no read, no read, no read access. So when I display the data for first hierarchy, that is markets, only global and its child nodes and child members only will be displayed. So only up to this we'll be able to display the data in hierarchy 1. Whereas in hierarchy 2, only one read access can be given, right? Read or write access can be given to one particular hierarchy only. So by default, your hierarchy 1 will be taking this. So the read permissions will be applied by default on hierarchy 1. And this is your hierarchy 2, all right? So the read permissions, according to this structure, whatever it is applied, so that will be effective to hierarchy 2 also, right? Then what does hierarchy 1 has? So it has got global. Then after that, this node, and this is also node, this is also node, and this is also node here, right? So then USA. So these values are there, right? So at node level, we are given it. So under this, this is the member, and this is a member, this is a member, and this is a member. Okay, these two members' data is aggregated to this level. Okay, Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, and USA has got your value access here. These are the actual member ones. So all aggregated, you get it as 400 here. But now when you create another hierarchy, and this has got the structure like this. And if you see, so now here the logic is, if we expect The same read which is applied in hierarchy 1 is applied to global here also. Okay. Then it should, this read permission should be there for this, this as well as this also. So according to your previous hierarchy DAC rules, if we apply the same rules on this H2, then what will happen? Sydney and so here Auckland also should get read access, right? As well as your New York also should get read access. If they have the read access and these values 10, 10, 10, so whichever the values which we have here 10, 10, 10 should be displayed, right? The same read access, if it is applied on global, then you should be able to show these nodes as well as it has to show the values of your member values also should be displayed and you should get this value here. But your hierarchy 2, it will not take the read rules from DAC, but it'll take the read rules from the hierarchy, the first hierarchy. So the first hierarchy says that only these members, nodes and members, has got the read access and this doesn't have. Then what will happen is you'll have an output like this. See. So when you apply DAC, only these values will have read access, but this member doesn't have the read one, right? So this will be blank. And according to this hierarchy rules, if you see the second hierarchy, your Sydney is having blank. This is blank here. So here also it will be blank. Auckland, here it is blank. So here also it is blank here. And New York, here also it is blank. Okay. So your global, this read, so the DAC, data access control of read is applied only on hierarchy 1. And the same rules what is applied on hierarchy 1 will be applicable to hierarchy 2. Okay, you will get this results only. Fine. So let's create one demo model with the same structure. So what I've done is I just uh, created one members. So this is my members for the data. So you can create one location entity and create hierarchy 1 and hierarchy 2 for this, right? Fine then. Let's go for practical now for this particular scenario. So we'll try to create a new model. So we'll not use a old one. So let's go to a new model. Make it a start with an empty model. In this model, we'll go for a new entity called location. Okay. Click on add. So now let's create one measure. That is your head count. And we'll make this as integer. Click on OK. And the type of aggregation is sum. And the unit is not required. And decimal places, no decimal places, right? It's 0. Let's keep it as 0 here. And next, one more is your revenue. Then decimal places is fine. Let me go to sum. Then after that here in the units, I will make this as currency and fixed unit is USD is okay. And the number of decimal places, I'll make it as 0. Okay, fine. Now within location, let me go to edit the dimension. And I need to create two hierarchies here, right? So one hierarchy is your markets. So let's see this one. One hierarchy is your market. Second one is offices. Okay, one is your markets hierarchy. Create it. and another hierarchy. We'll create this as offices. Once these two hierarchies are created, now we'll copy the values. Let's go to the file, copy these values from ANZ to USA, right? Now first, let's save this. This model, I'm going to save this as hire underscore DAC underscore model under public, under your E2Tech project. Let me copy this and paste it here and save it. So let's go to your hierarchy creation. So if you want to create a hierarchy graphically, then drag global. Then under global, I want ANZ, drag and drop over this global. It becomes child node. And North America, NA. So we should have a value of your NA here. So NA is not there. So let me go back and put a value here as NA. Now let's go to the hierarchy now. So then I will take NA under this. I'll take NA and drag and drop over here global. So under global, two main two child nodes, ANZ and North America, right? Under ANZ, that is Australia and New Zealand. So drag Australia under ANZ and New Zealand under ANZ. These are the child nodes to this. And North America will take Mexico and USA, right? So only these nodes I'm assigning, and Sydney, then after that Auckland and New York. These three values we are not, these members I'm not assigning here, right? Now go for close. And within the hierarchy creation, if you see here, we have an option, remove from hierarchy. While displaying, it'll try to, so the members which are not assigned to the nodes, right? So which are blank here. Now this is New York is blank, then this is blank, Sydney is blank, okay? And Auckland is blank. So we are not assigned any node to this particular one. So if they're not assigned, you want to remove this from the hierarchy while reporting, or you want to group that under not in hierarchy. Okay. So do you want to get that in not in hierarchy? Normally this one should be not required. One is sufficient here. Now save this. Let's go back to the report. So then we need to create a new report for this. So go back, save it, and let us create one new input form. So remove that, drag and drop the table widget. Okay, now under measures, I'll try to put the headcount and revenue, both I'll try to take it. And under your rows, let's take your location in this. And for this location, I want to display your unbooked data. And for the measures, show unbooked data. Okay, done. And this one, I'll go for the location, go to drill down and display as level 3. So we have a spread of your values. Done. Fine. Now what we'll do is we'll try to input some values. So for AUS, the value is 100. New Zealand, it is 100. And Mexico, it is 100. and for USA it is 100. So total it comes to 400 as a total here. Okay. Now for Auckland the headcount is 10, New York 10, and Sydney it is 10. Okay. So if we go back to the structure here, so this is 100, 100, 100 and 10, 10, 30, and this is a market structure. Okay, now let me save the values, publish. Currently, we are not applied any DAC over this, right? So now we'll try to create one more hierarchy for this. So let me copy this and make it as a duplicate and keep it site on this and save it. So this is hire underscore data access control underscore input form. Take it to public and E2Tech project. Under this, I'll try to save it. So, okay, all right. Okay, done. Now we'll try to create another hierarchy, which will have the structure under global ANZ, and under ANZ, Australia, you'll have Sydney, and under New Zealand, you'll have your Auckland, then NA, then Mexico is a separate node here. Under USA, you'll have New York here, right? So like this, we'll try to arrange now. Let's go for creating a second hierarchy. So both are at the report levels. Okay, let me go for model now. Just save this. Hire DAC model. In this, let's go to the location. Now, sorry, now click here. So you come to the second hierarchy. Now in this, I'll take global as the main root. Under global, we got ANZ. Under ANZ, we got AUS. So for AUS, it should be your Sydney. Okay. So then after that, we got NZ, which is under your ANZ. And for NZ, we'll be having your Auckland. New Zealand, we'll take it as Auckland. That's fine. So then after that, under ANZ, we'll have your NA is coming under ANZ, right? So NA North America, I'll put under global. So North America, we have Mexico. And under this, we'll have USA. And this will take New York under this one. Okay. So this is the main structure. Now close it, save it, close, enable direct access control. And let's say, for example, at the global level, I'm trying to give the read access. Okay. Now click on save. So according to discussion, your first hierarchy, that is your markets, will use the user one rights here. By default, user one will be applied to hierarchy one. And according to this hierarchy structure, the values will be calculated. And the same calculated values of hierarchy one, right, for the members will be applied to your hierarchy two. So once it is done, let's go back to our report, go for refresh. Now we can see that for global, we're able to see this as 400. It is fine because we applied the read access for hierarchy 1 at global level. This Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, and USA wise, it is fine. But for this values, there is no read access, is not having the read access. Now coming to hierarchy 2. So Sydney is placed under Australia, right? So if you think that the user 1 DAC rule, if it is applying on global level, then automatically, because already in the database for Sydney, there is a 10 as a value here, but that is not getting calculated here. Got it? So that is not getting calculated here. So the values of Sydney, Auckland, and your New York are blank only because the hierarchy 1 calculation, what the members for calculation which are used, only that will be used in your hierarchy 2. Okay. So we have a note also here. So the note, so note number 284.17.17. So data access control is only applied to the default hierarchy in SAP Analytic Cloud. Okay. So same, if data access control is set on a dimension with more than one hierarchy, the DAC only takes the first hierarchy into consideration. But if user want to see the values according to the second hierarchy structure only, right? So previously, that was a problem, right? So this is a known limitation of the product. But the current resolution is, now we have the option to select a specific hierarchy as a default hierarchy from Q1 2022, your DAC. So we have an option to select to make your hierarchy as default. Currently, if you see the star here, market is a default. So this is a hierarchy 1. And automatically this DAC rule will be applied on your markets, and the markets logic, whatever is there, will be applied on your offices. But if user wants to display the Sydney value, Auckland, and New York values also to be inherited from your global node, then what we need to do is go to this hierarchy and set this as default hierarchy. Okay, once done, click on save. So now it will treat offices as a default hierarchy, and market 2 will follow according to your offices now. So from here, if I try to go to the story canvas now, take your table, then let me put your measures as headcount and revenue. Then go to your rows. I'll try to make this as a location. And within my version is okay. Then for the date, I'll try to take this as 2026. Okay. Now if you see the values here, right? Can you see the values now? So go to select the hierarchy as offices is done, and the locations I'll try to set to level 4, right? Now we can see that global, it is 30 and 400 here, and all these values are displayed, and your say your not in hierarchy node is not displayed because that doesn't have the permission, right? Display right is not in that, but it's there in your values here. That is, so now Sydney has got 10 and total it is showing here is 30. If you want to duplicate this now, go to your duplicate, this is your copy, and duplicate this. And let's make this one as hierarchy to markets, and make this to your drill down level 3. Now you're able to see this one here. So previously, even this was not displayed, right? So according to this, you got 400 and not in hierarchy. You got this, but so not in hierarchy is being displayed that here. So unassigned value is not getting displayed here because that doesn't have the read permission. But according to this particular DAC privileges, which is applied on this data, right? The same values it is trying to display in your hierarchy too. Fine. So that is a solution and perfectly we designed it. Okay then. Okay. Thanks everyone. And let's go for the next new topic. Thank you.